This is Mr. Smith, and welcome to the equipment list for the 2016-2017 school year for my media arts class. I decided to make this be a video because I teach how to make videos, so I figured why not. So to start off, let's start with the required equipment. Every student's required to bring this to class. Here we go. There. This tangled mess is a set of headphones that I got from Big Lots for about $5. It does everything I need. I could plug it into my phone if I wanted to, and it would use a built-in mic for that, but the mic is pretty much garbage, so I tend not to. However, if a student is editing video on a computer, they want to be able to hear what they're doing without broadcasting that to every other student in the room. So a set of headphones is mandatory. Now, $5 is kind of cheap. It breaks kind of easily, but it's kind of cheap, so that's easy to replace. However, if you want to do a little bit better, we do have better headphones that are available. I just don't have them in the room. The students do have to bring them. Now, you can splurge and get headsets that have built-in mics. These are better quality mics. If you spend about $20, you're going to get a decent set of headphones. I wouldn't spend more than that because, again, we go back to things breaking. This set of headphones, for example, this doesn't work. It's broken. Now, you can also go fancier. These belonged to my wife. She really liked them because they had cat ears on top and they looked really cute on her. This has something which is really nice as well. So did the last one, where you have separate jacks for the microphone, which is this one here, and the headphones, which is this one here. So students that want to record themselves can do so without having to borrow one of the school microphones. The quality varies, but at the same time, they're not going to have to wait in line to use one of the school microphones. We only have 3 of those, so that's going to help them out in the long run. But word to the wise, don't get the microphones that are just the little things that are in line, because they tend to, kind of not be so great. Next up, you can also go with a headset with a microphone that has USB. USB will get you better sound quality because it's a grounded connection, and all things considered is actually pretty good. You're still going to spend around the same, roughly around $20, give or take, for a set of headphones that has USB or the headphone jacks like these. The benefit of getting headphone jacks is you could plug this into other devices like, say, a phone, or anything that you can listen to audio on. This actually has a neat little thing where I can unplug this, and this works just like a headset for a phone, which is kind of nice. But, and you might be hearing my cat jumping up on the table to see what the heck I am doing, this will work with any computer that has a USB port on it. So these are really nice. These are also broken, and my cat chewed them up, but $20 isn't that expensive. I also tend to like ones that fold up. So this allows me to take this more places. It's a little more compact. I've seen a lot of students that enjoy walking around with their headsets, or headphones rather, around their necks. It makes them look like they're a DJ or something, so that's good too. Now, on to the optional stuff. And by optional, I mean I sincerely recommend that the student has it available, but they're not going to have their work affected too much if they don't have it. To start off, we need a decent camera, and I'm shaking the tripod that my camera's on. A decent camera could be one of these, and I can't show you the camera exactly because, well, I'm using it to record, but as you can see, it's a Canon camera. It cost me $200 new from Best Buy, but you can shop around. That said, you don't need to invest that much. You could just have them use their cell phone. I have more than one student that has submitted videos recorded entirely on their phone. This is one of those cases where I'll say I actually like the iPhone. It works pretty well. It has a great camera. I personally will never buy one myself because I like the Android operating system better, but that doesn't mean that they're a bad camera. They are great for using for recording video and audio and pictures and all that. So go ahead and do that. Android phones, it's a bit of a mixed bag. Some of the cheaper phones are actually not that great camera-wise. Some of the more expensive phones, it varies. Try them out in the store. I happen to like mine. Mine's made by ZTE. It's a budget phone, but it takes decent pictures. and records decent video, but it doesn't have a lot of space on there for recording video. That's why I use this thing right here that I'm actually talking into right now. Now, computer. We do have computers in the computer lab. That's kind of why it's called a computer lab. But students with computers at home, or computers that can bring to school and bring back home again, are going to have more opportunities to do their editing and do their pre-planning and do their post-production and all that. So, if you're looking for computers, I have a few suggestions. Now, I have been buying HP a lot. I'm holding this upside down. That doesn't mean HP is the end-all be-all for computers. It just so happens that when I've been shopping around, when I found the best computer for the price, it tended to be an HP, and that's been the case for me for the past 3 or so years. But Acer and Asus and Dell, those are all good companies. Try to stay away from Lenovo. They've done some shady things in the past in regards to the kind of things they shipped on the computer, including malware. There's documented news stories about this. Apple's a good company if you want to go with a PowerBook, although the PowerBooks haven't been updated recently in regards to the processors in them, so they're kind of outdated now, unfortunately, and it pains me to say that because I started off as a die-hard Mac person. Oh well. The kind of chip you should want would be something like, if you're looking at Intel chips, it's either going to say i5 or i7. Those are both good. i5, from my experience, gives you longer battery life if you're not having the computer plugged in the whole time. i7 gives you more power. If you are looking at graphics cards, anything that has a name other than Intel, Intel is basically the built-in onboard graphics card, which it works, but not very well. If you see any other name there, it's going to be better, just by default. Otherwise, they wouldn't be including it because the Intel one works. But that's neither here nor there. Basically, if you want to shop by price point, if the non-sale price is $500 and up, you're going to get a decent computer that's going to last you a few years, provided the student takes care of it. Now, I'm not going to require that students bring computers to school, but I allow it. If a student brings a laptop to school, I do help them get it on the network so they can use the Wi-Fi. I do that with their phones also. And they can plug right in and keep it charged in the room. If they bring it to me in the morning, I can lock them up in a closet until class time. And then we unlock it when they come to class, so it's secure and you don't have to carry it around to all their other classes. That is perfectly acceptable, and I am more than willing to do that. I was doing that this past school year as well. So there is that as well. If you're looking for RAM and how much RAM you should have on the computer, go anywhere 8 gigabytes and up. I like to put 16 on my laptops, but not everyone can afford that. I tend to save up before I buy a new computer. It may have been a little while since I bought my last computer because of that. Don't go with Chromebook. If for any other subject, for any other major, I would say go ahead and get a Chromebook. They're secure, they're relatively inexpensive, they're fantastic machines, and they are perfectly compatible with the student's school account. But they don't do video editing well, and that is the only thing that keeps me from being gung-ho about using Chromebooks in the computer lab. For any other major, they are fantastic. So siblings, go ahead, knock yourself out. A Chromebook is what I would buy my mother if she said she wanted a new computer. So there you go. And that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me. You have my email address, I hope, aaron.smith@pgcps.org. And I'm probably going to come out with another video in a day or two that goes over software that we're going to be using this school year. But I need to finalize a few things before I do that. So, until next time, this is Mr. Smith saying, have fun.